Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? And today we're back talking about the Detroit Pistons and a couple of interesting moves I think that can happen within from now until the end of the trade deadline, because I don't think any of these moves will happen until the deadline. But as you can see by the title, we will be talking about Dennis Smith Jr. from the Dallas Mavericks and D'Angelo Russell from the Brooklyn Nets. Now, for those of you who don't know, because it's kind of been under the radar, the Dallas Mavericks have been open about taking trade offers on Dennis Smith Jr. And I find that very interesting because you drafted this guy a year ago, and he's got all the athleticism in the world and a ton of potential. So that really just means to me, and I don't know how to word it. There has to be something wrong. And I'm not talking about like Markelle Fultz where his shot's broken, because the guy can play. He's had some very good games and he's played very well. I'm talking about off the court. Whether he parties too much, he's not a good teammate, something along those lines. Or they just want to build around Luka and he might not be the right point guard for that. I don't know. If that's the case, you might be able to get him at a steal. I'm not sure what they want for him. I mean, he was a first overall draft pick, not first overall, but first round draft pick. So they'll want a first round draft pick for him, but he's worth it. D'Angelo Russell, on the other hand, the Brooklyn Nets just re-signed Spencer Dinwiddie and gave him a pretty good sum of money. I believe it was a 3-year contract. So he is going to be their point guard of the future. Where does D'Lo fit? I don't know. I don't know if they want to keep him around. And if they don't, he would be great for Detroit. Again, I'm not sure what they want. Probably a first-round draft pick. I don't know. Either way, these guys are still available. I'm sure they'll be taking some offers. You'll probably hear their names a lot in the next couple of weeks. That being said, before we hop into breaking this down, which one would you guys rather want? Would you rather want Dennis Smith Jr. or would you rather want D'Angelo Russell? D'Angelo Russell's a little bit more seasoned. He's had a few years in the NBA. He's had some high-scoring games. He's had some bad games. Although Dennis Smith Jr., I think, has more upside and more potential. And seeing him and Blake Griffin play together would be phenomenal. Just the sheer athleticism. Even with Dre, just that big three right there would be freakishly athletic and very explosive. I'll start with Dennis Smith Jr. since I'm talking about him right now, and I've already mentioned that they've been or would be pretty explosive. Just the thing about him is both these guys are young, but he is really young. And Blake Griffin's 30, and Reggie, he would be departing from this trade. If you made this trade, these guys would be starting, obviously. You would have a point guard of the future for a good 6 to 7 years without having to worry about it. That it would be huge just for when Blake Griffin really can't play anymore, or at the highest level he possibly can, because he's balling this season, right? Smith would be a good fundamental piece to build around. You got him a solid center, one that can sell in the pick and roll and help him put back his shots that he misses. You have him a superstar of a power forward that can take the pressure off of him, take the ball out of his hands, bring it up court. And it would really help Dennis to come in and learn how to play as a facilitator under Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin was the same way. He was a scoring, dunking guy, and now he runs the whole offense. He point forward. He can help Dennis Smith how to learn to transition into that. Or he can just be a straight-up scorer, because we really need a scorer. But that's where D'Angelo Russell fits in. He does it all, man. He can push the tempo. He can score. He can dish it out. He's really a quality player, but I think he's the better shooter. You need floor spacing. You really do. D'Lo's has got problem off the court. We've known about that with the whole Nick Young situation. There could be a potential there where he doesn't get along with everybody in the locker room. So, I mean, there's that. But, I mean, the guy can ball, man. I was surprised he hasn't done better in Brooklyn. Maybe another change of scenery would do good for the guy. I don't know. But, yeah, man, I would love to have either one of these guys. That being said, just a quick short video. I'll probably do more updates as more names fly around, because the Pistons are openly trying to shop Reggie Jackson on the market. Don't know who would want to take him. I've heard Orlando's interested. They've been interested in him for years, since we tried to put him on the trade block. I believe Phoenix is interested because they need a point guard, so you could probably get some young pieces here for that. Dwayne Casey and our GM, I don't know how to fucking pronounce his name. The guy's bald, looks like a penis. They will make the right trade to make this team better. Young pieces is what you need for Dwayne Casey. You're seeing it with Bruce Brown really stepping up and playing well. Just be able to take pieces in and out of the game and make them work. You know, one night it might be Luke Kennard blowing up. The other night it might be Stanley Johnson. It might be Bruce Brown. So, I mean, you can never go wrong with getting young talent with Dwayne Casey, man. That's all I'm going to say. So, like I said, leave it down in the comments what you think about it. Check the description out. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.